Hello everybody, today we're here to chat about 3 new intriguing little products in COVERGIRL's line, and they're all under the heading of Clean Fresh, and I stumbled across these on Ulta's website and said, I gotta test that out. It seemed like it might be some promising stuff. We've got a new foundation here called Skin Milk, we've got a cooling illuminating stick, and also a cream blush. The packaging is all pink themed, it's very cute to me, and this is not a first impression, by the way. I've been playing with this stuff for about 4 or 5 days so far, and in this video I thought it might be fun to show my application of all of these products and just give my overall review to you. The whole concept behind this line is about being really nourishing to the skin. Everything really has some level of hydration that it's providing, so let's go ahead and jump into the try-on. And I'm going to start out with my cooling glow stick, and since I have this in the shade Transparent, it actually doesn't contain any shimmer. It basically has the cooling without the glow, and I thought getting one like that might be a little more versatile and might cater to the types of needs I would have, because for me to have a cooling stick, it's the type of thing I might really value around my eye area, you know, maybe a little bit more as a primer, add a little extra hydration to the skin under a foundation. It's like, well, I won't turn away cooling as a function in any product. You know, it's fine that it's in a highlighter stick. I felt like I would get more function from this product if I got it in the transparent option. And it does glide on the skin so nicely. It's very cooling for not even being put in the makeup fridge. Like, I just recently talked about that stick from Tula, and I liked how it was nicely moisturizing. It was a little bit cooling, but I feel like this is even more cooling than that. So again, you just glide it on wherever you need that little extra moisture boost, and it just feels super soothing around the eye area. That's probably my favorite place to put it. So I've already got my SPF and moisturizer on, but this just adds a little something extra, and I like the transparency function as a primer basically. But then we move on to the Clean Fresh Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation. This I have in the shade Light. It says Dewy Finish. On the back of the packaging it says it's vegan and formulated without talc, parabens, formaldehyde, phthalates, mineral oils, sulfates, and fragrance. And it claims to blur imperfections and even out skin tone and has sheer buildable coverage. So the fact that they are saying this is sheer coverage, I mean, that to me takes it a little bit away from a real foundation-y product and maybe more toward a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, you know what I'm saying? Now on Ulta's website, it's available in 14 different shades, which for something that is this sheer, to me that's kind of a rare thing to see, is really a pretty broad shade range for something that tends to sheer out and be a little more forgiving, and one shade may cover quite a few different skin tones, you know? So that's kind of a unique thing to actually find. And it says it's going to give your skin the moisture boost that it craves and an infusion of milky coconut and soothing aloe. And I do find this is a very hydrating product. Considering I've already got moisturizer on my skin, then I add this, I'm like, wow, this really does feel moisturizing. So what I'm going to do first is apply just an initial amount of this. I'm going to use like a large pearl-sized amount. And shade-wise, the shade Light does seem right for me. I'm going to kind of dab this around on my skin, and I immediately sense this unusual smell that I would have to say is kind of like buttered popcorn. Really weird, guys. I think there's been one other product I've described this way. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but it's definitely got an odd scent to it when you apply it. You don't continue to smell that as it's on your skin, but I certainly notice it right away. And over the days I've been trying this, I've used my fingers and a brush. I feel like the brush gives a little bit better coverage, but as you can see here, if you look closely, it's gonna be pretty lightweight. And I'm looking for sort of a radiance to come from this, you know? If it is gonna be something that's so light coverage on my skin, I'm at least hoping that it's gonna deliver like just a look of more life and glow to my face, perhaps, especially considering how moisturizing this is. But I feel like I come away with that one application feeling a little so-so, honestly, about the look. It is very sheer, as they say. I do feel a nice bit of extra moisture on my skin, but I'm not really like coming away loving the look of my skin. It's got a high standard that I'm putting this to, as with almost anything that comes out that's like a sheer or lightweight, light coverage product. I feel like one of the things that is doing that totally the best is the Nude Sticks tinted cover, and it's crazy, but I put it on my skin. I know it's not giving me a lot of coverage, but it's giving me just a look of so much better skin, just a total boost. And I think I hold almost everything now to that standard, and I'm like, well, even if it's it's light, is it still gonna make my skin just look fantastic? And this isn't really going there for me. I am gonna add a little more because it claims to be buildable. So I'm taking about 1/3 of the amount that I initially put on, and I'm gonna dab this around the center of the face, under eye area, just the spot where I pretty much need the most coverage. And watch closely with me, we'll see if this builds. And I am kind of targeting my under eye to see if it does anything on discoloration. Not really. So I add some more. I would say mostly what I feel is more moisture on my skin, maybe a little more coverage, but still all in all, I would say I come away with a light coverage look from this product, even when I do build it. So I guess technically, yeah, it started out sheer, it went to a lighter coverage. I don't think it really goes to medium, not that it claims to, but I'm just throwing that out there. But if more moisture is what you want to build up, it definitely is effective at that. Alrighty, now skipping ahead a few steps, I added some concealer to give me a little extra coverage on my under eye and center of the face. I used my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Brightener. Then I set the T-zone area a little bit and the under eye with my Rimmel Stay Matte in the shade called Sandstorm, and then applied my Rimmel Radiance Brick for some bronzer in the shade Medium, and that's kind of around the hairline and hollows of the cheeks. So now we're ready for the third new thing in this CoverGirl line, and this is the Clean Fresh Cream Blush. So just a little squeezy tube here. I got this in the shade called Butterflies, and again they tout that it's vegan, formulated without talc, parabens, formaldehyde, phthalates, mineral oil, sulfates, and fragrance. Now this product, there's something you really need to know going into this, and that is that this sets rather quickly. Not quite as fast if you watch that video where I tried this liquid highlight from Profusion and I dabbed it on my skin, and then like literally a second later it didn't even move. It's not quite that extreme, but you have to act quickly. So I would say put it on one cheek and then blend that cheek right away. But even then, it's not a totally like struggle-free process. While I love this shade, which it's kind of like a mauve-y, shimmery type color, I'll sheer it out here a little bit between the fingers. It's really pretty. It has some glow. I'm all about that, but you just have to act fast with this product. So I'm going to apply it, and then before going to my other cheek, I'm going to immediately blend it out with a synthetic brush. And I like the look, but I am pressing pretty hard for having just now immediately put that on. That being said, it does have pretty decent staying power, so I don't think you're going to find this budging and like really moving around on you or fading fast throughout the day. But you've really got to apply pressure, and it makes me think, you know, if the cheek was an area where somebody really needed their fullest coverage and they went in and they really worked with some concealer to cover up some redness there or whatever the problem might be, and then you have to go with a lot of pressure on your blush brush, really, you know, trying to blend something in, you're probably going to work away some of that coverage that you worked to achieve initially. So that's just something to think about here. Here I go applying the other amount. And again, the color's so pretty. It ends up giving me this really nice rosy flush. I love the way it shears out. I just think it's a lot of work and too much pressure to get it all blended in. I think a really popular cream blush thing from the drugstore right now are these little guys from Physicians Formula, the organic wear blushes that come out of the little pump. Those are very easy to blend. I think, to me, if you compare those then to the M Cosmetics Color Drop Serum blushes, they're not quite as pigmented as those, but yet they are hydrating. They are easy to apply, easy to blend. I think the M Cosmetics are more of a little goes a long way type product. But as far as liquidy consistency blushes go, the ones from Physicians Formula are certainly easier to blend out than this. So now I think I'm just going to top off my look with a little highlighter. I'll do my eyes and lips, and we'll come back for a little wrap up here. Okay, gang, we are back, and look at the pretty sunrise back there behind me. Like I said, I added some highlight. This is my Milani Afterglow in the shade called Strobe Light. On my eyes, I'm wearing my little $5 Profusion Classics palette. This is one I haven't really played with a whole lot, but I do like it. I think it's got a good amount of versatility in there. My superhero mascara is on. On my lips, I've got the Tickled Pink shade in the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Balm. Love that. But as far as this sort of trio of new CoverGirl products goes, I would say my favorite thing is probably this cooling stick. Although let me provide this disclaimer, I don't think it's quite as good at what it does as the Found Beauty stick. I think that one is probably the most potent cooling stick that I have. And then I boost up the effect even more by keeping it in the mini fridge there, but that one works so nicely. This, I do like the moisture that it provides. I like the smoothness of application, like a great glide across the skin. Nice on the under eye as sort of an under eye primer. Eye cream in a stick sort of function, and adds a little extra moisture all over the skin. And I actually would be interested to try some of the shades that do have shimmer in them, the actual highlighter type colors. I want to try those because I'd like to know the level of radiance that those are giving the skin too. So moving forward, this is kind of the thing that's really got my attention. The worst product for me here is probably the cream blush. I think it's just too difficult to blend out. Like, you've got to work so hard. Even if you're trying to be quick with it, it's a pretty look ultimately on the skin and some nice staying power, but the application is just a little too fussy, and there are better things out there, I think. And this Clean Fresh Skin Milk, this is the thing that's sort of falling right in the middle for me. It's not something I'm absolutely loving. I do think it has an odd scent to it that you're definitely going to notice, but for as light coverage as it is, I think I was just hoping, can it give me something extra in terms of radiance then? Can it give my skin a little added glow? Can it make me come away with sort of this lit from within look like, wow, that product really did something? I feel like it's adding moisture for sure, but it's not really adding much glow or radiance to the skin. That might be what some people are after, and if you build it up, I think you can go from sheer to light coverage and also add more moisture to your skin, but it's not going to go super far in the coverage department. And like I said, it just doesn't give my skin that look of wow, natural luminosity. I'm really thinking of that Nude Sticks tinted cover because it's not like it makes me glow like a disco ball or anything, but it's the type of product that you could put on your skin, that one thing and nothing else, and actually really look super refreshed, evened out, and just really healthy looking. This, I wouldn't say my skin comes away looking super dry and matte or anything because again, you have the hydration, but it's leaving a little something to be desired in the department of just fresh, beautiful, natural looking skin. So these things, definitely an intriguing launch from CoverGirl. I think the packaging is super cute. It was certainly something that caught my eye that I wanted to test out for myself and for you all as well. Let me know what you think if you've tried it. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.